Welcome to Lee Does Stuff. Here's what we will need for today's project. We will be cleaning paintbrushes as well as whiz rollers and little whiz sleeves. This is for latex paints only, not for oil. Here's what we will be cleaning today. I start with really hot water, almost to the point where I can't touch it. Remember when I put the paper towel around the perimeter of the sink? Well, here's why. Soaking more of the brushes, getting rid of that painter's poly, pulling off the little whiz sleeves. So if you're going to be doing oil, then you're going to need to pick up some mineral spirits and paint thinner. And none of this stuff can go down the sink if it's oil. If it's latex base, then it's all good. So here we got the Purdy comb for the paintbrush, and we're just going to comb it all through. I have my 5-in-1 here. I go lightly over the bristles. The bristles are very delicate. And back to the wire brush, giving heavy pressure near the top. But when I go to the bristles, I'm very lightly going. The bristles are very delicate and you can really ratch them. And I'm repeating the process with the next brush in line, fanning out those bristles, getting all the paint out, using my comb. Back to the 5-in-1, and then the big wire brush. Finishing this brush off, and we'll be putting it in the warm soapy water, and we're just going to repeat the process. A little pro tip: if they're your brushes and not the contractor you're working with, you can tape them like I do. You see that I have yellow tape at the top of my brushes. I think I have one blue one in the mix from an older job, but somebody was doing blue tape on theirs, so I switched to the yellow. We are moving on to the whiz rollers now. We're going to use the 5-in-1 for this, and you'll notice there's a lot of paint buildup on the stock. I turn my 5-in-1 over and I put some pressure, and I just go up and down. I turn the whiz handle as I go, and this really gets all the buildup off of your whiz roller. I follow up with the wire brush, but most of it's off by the time I use my 5-in-1. And now onto the whiz sleeve. You notice that on the comb and my 5-in-1, there's two different sizes. I use the 5-in-1 because you see, as I'm going up and down the little whiz sleeve there, that 5-in-1 slot is smaller than the one with the brush. The one with the brush is good for big rollers. Time to check the drain. There'll be a lot of debris in the drain, and that's why I like keeping a plug loosely in there when I pull the water. As you can see, all that stuff needs to go in the garbage. Don't let that stuff go down the drain. And now we swoosh all the brushes and whiz rollers and everything in the right warmy soap water. And we swoosh it all around, and we're really just getting all that soap finally in the bristles, moving it to the left side of the sink for our final rinse, and doing some more cleaning here. We're going to check the plug. Plug is clean. So doing some more setup here on the side, and now we're going to do our final rinse and setup. And basically it's the same process we did before. We're going to rinse, use the comb, followed by the 5-in-1, and then our trusty brush. And you got to be really careful with the bristles. Again, very lightly, but you can see that it's getting all the paint off. And we're going to do a little spin trick in the hand, get a lot of water out of the bristles so that our dry time is a lot faster. Here's a damp rag that I like using, and I like really putting the bristles in a uniform manner. Back to the whiz sleeves here, and using my 5-in-1, and I'm doing my final rinse. Make sure getting all the little paint chips and everything out of there. I'm going down in one motion. As you can see, I'm getting all the water off of it, and then I spin it around and I fluff it up. It's a little trick. It'll dry really well this way. Back to the whiz handle, gonna get the remaining paint chips off. As you can see, the warm soapy water really loosens a lot of that debris, and it just comes off so nicely. Dry off the whiz handle. Check the drain, nothing in it. And now we're done. Project complete. Brushes and whiz handles handled. To finish off, a little pro tip here too. I dry off the whiz handles here, and I'm going to apply oil. I use virgin olive oil. You can really use anything, and this prevents rust because sometimes you will get rust on these. They don't make them with stainless steel so that you have to continue to buy them. But if you do this trick and you apply the oil, they will last an extremely long time. Give these brushes a night to dry and they'll be good to go. Thank you for tuning in.